The Joe Rogan Experience.
What did you say that Bert made a video of the homeless?
It was on his Instagram. I'll see if I can pull it up.
Bert Kreischer?
He was driving up Highland Avenue in Hollywood and was just saying, like, he wasn't showing the whole video during it, but he was, like, at a stoplight and, like, there was tents the whole way up here. And he's like, this is also a really nice tent.
It's
People want me to talk to Bert Kreischer
here's
because
Bert.
of this Russian
hi,
story.
Bert. Look at Bert.
The machine.
Oh, it's in his Instagram story.
Yeah,
that
it's in his
motherfucker,
story.
his stories will go on for
'cause he does it
years.
for a long.
He does them every 15
It
seconds.
might even be deleted now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's
Productivity-wise, he's basically the Elon Musk of Instagram
Maybe he took
stories.
it off because it's not showing up. Or it could be one of these.
Is it? Well, there's
Yep, there it is,
there it is. There's tents all the way up on Highland.
People living on the side of the street. This is fucking insane. This is literally hundreds of tents everywhere. By the way, that's a nice fucking tent. Also, those are two very nice tents. I wonder if the city's giving them out because we don't have a tent that nice. I mean, I'm not even joking. Our tent isn't even that nice.
Wow. That's
That's a tiny image he showed. You know, you didn't get to see the real homeless situation, but Bridget Fetisi sent me a video when she was driving by Venice, and it's a minute and a half long of just straight tents as she's driving down the road. Just nothing but tents.
yep.
How do you put that genie back in the bottle, Lex?
Well, this is. Oh, you mean it's a slippery slope? No, listen. I've been thinking about, a bunch of tech folks are moving to Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of starting businesses. So that's one of the questions they're asking. Like, where's this headed? And you're talking about the homeless problem.
Yeah.
But
Well, the governor just today came out and said that if the city does not reimpose a ban on camping, that the state is going to step in.
well, yeah.
Because people there's safety concerns. People are openly defecating on the streets. There's, it's not nearly as bad here as it is in California, but it's way worse here than I've ever seen it before.
But homelessness it feels like that's a symptom, not the problem, right? Is that?
It's hard to say because homelessness was horrific in San Francisco before the pandemic.
Right.
And the concern is that when you are too lenient on the homeless folks, and just allow them to camp wherever they want, shit wherever they want, they just do it. And if you don't put up rules, if you try to be progressive and open-minded, it's like they have new words for them, like the unhoused and shit like that. And when you do that, you open up the door for more of them to migrate there because there was a video that somebody put up of them interviewing these homeless guys and like, why do you like San Francisco? And they said, first of all, they give us food, they give us money, they let us, they're really loose, they let us camp wherever we want. And these guys had moved to San Francisco to be homeless, which is a problem.
But see, just like you said, that problem is tied up with the fact that a lot of people are struggling financially because of COVID. So it's it feels like trying to solve the homelessness problem is in direct tension with trying to take care of people who are struggling.
Well, I think it shows that there's a problem with people losing a place to live and that the solution is not necessarily let them camp out anywhere they want. I think there should be some sort of a step that the government takes, whether it's to develop housing or to build something for them. But when you let them just camp and shit everywhere, then you ruin all the other spaces.
Right.
Like, the best way to keep the city intact and to try to help these people is to implement some sort of a program where you provide housing for them. Letting them just camp on the street, that's chaos. Like, now you've fucked up everything.
So this particular state government just seems incompetent at solving this particular problem, but it also seems to be not very good at solving some other problems, right? In terms of encouraging businesses to stay there.
California.
California, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Well,
And-
it's bad. It's overregulated. It's a crazy regulated state, and it's also very high taxes. And there's a lot of people that are recognizing that there's other places that don't have any state taxes. Like, why would I stay in a place that's they're telling you can't work. They're closing down businesses. Gavin Newsom today there's a lawsuit got filed by more than 50 San Francisco Bay Area restaurants and bars, trying to say like, why are we closed? Like, this doesn't make any sense. You can't just keep doing this forever. And some places are starting to wake up. My hope is that a lot of this is political, as gross as that sounds, and that now that Biden and Harris are in, that they'll open things back up. And the mayor of Chicago has said this. The mayor of New York has said we have to open things back up. And I'm hoping,
interesting.
I'm hoping that they take this chance.
It could go the other way as well, though, right? It's the other way is now that there is a Democrat in office, that they could see that as a path to pass further regulations and push this closed economy, go into lockdown further.
Why would they do that, though?
I always thought it was a terrible idea. The long-term consequences on the economy are going to be potentially orders of magnitude worse on the fabric of our society. So I don't know why they would do that. The Michael Malice, so the devil on my shoulder.
Okay, right? Michael's the devil.
Wearing a white suit, or the devil wears a suit and tie, right?
Yeah.
That's a badass. I've been listening to that over
How
and over.
good is that guy?
That guy's amazing.
Coulter Wall.
And your story, sorry, in a small tangent, your story that he hasn't been on your podcast because
he's working on a ranch, like as a fucking rancher.
This guy's legit.
Like we reached out to them. He's like, well, he's working on the ranch right now.
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing on that ranch? He's a fucking cowboy, like a legit cowboy.
Like, there's literally no more badass thing to do than turn down Joe Rogan Experience appearance.
Massive promotion. He's like, I'd rather just rope steers.
Yeah. Yeah. But the Michael Malice devil argument is that, that's one way for the government to gain more control over the populace is to fearmonger, say that there's a big problem, and that magnify the sort of the narrative around how big that problem is. And unfortunately, from my perspective, as a scientist, to use scientists to say, look, scientists are saying there's a huge problem, sort of use science as a tool of fear-mongering and then gain further and further control of the populace. That's the devil on the shoulder.
You'd have to have an incentive to do that. Like, why would they want that kind of control while also devastating the economy? They need the economy because they need tax revenue. If they're not getting tax revenue, how are they going to feed the military-industrial complex? How are they going to feed all their businesses? How are they going to feed the pharmaceutical industry? Like, all these people that finance their campaigns and all these banks that pay for them to speak after they get out of office, where's the money coming from now if there's no economy? I think that's like one of them doom and gloom QAnon type deals where people are thinking like they want to kill half the population and
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Everything you said, incentive-wise, it makes sense.
Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.